Earlier today, the government and the ruling party announced their new plan to create a special task force aimed at tackling what they called unlawful protests and rallies, while the opposition called the move unconstitutional. Our Lee Shi-hoo reports.
At the National Assembly on Wednesday, the government and ruling party agreed to create a task force to tackle demonstrations that disrupt the daily lives of the broader public. This is according to the leader of the People Power Party, Jae-ok, after a meeting between the party and government officials. The task force will be run by the Prime Minister's office and will seek to maintain public order and protect people's, quote, rights and interests. It's pushing for a revision to the current Assembly and Demonstrations Act to restrict overnight rallies. It will also push for the restriction of rallies in urban areas during rush hour. Wednesday's meeting comes after what the PPP called an unlawful protest by the Korean Construction Workers Union under the umbrella of the Korean Confederation of Trade Unions. The union held a two-day rally in Seoul in mid-May, calling for the penalization of those responsible for the suppression of the labor union and the aggressive investigation of its late executive Yang Hwe-dong. Yang died after setting fire to himself in protest against the investigation that looked into whether he unlawfully threatened to interfere with construction projects. The union, in response, held an overnight rally where its noise level exceeded the permitted standard. It also took up 5 of the 8 lanes in Sejongdaero Road in central Seoul.
We agreed that during the registration process, we have no choice but to restrict rallies that occupy central urban roads during rush hour.
The PPP said it's considering restricting rallies by organizations with a history of unlawful activities and those that are likely to disturb the public order. The main opposition Democratic Party responded to this move, saying that it's, quote, an idea that clearly goes against the spirit of the Constitution. Its leader Lee Jae-myung said the move takes away the freedom of assembly. Lee also rhetorically asked what harm the laws on rallies and protests have done to South Korea's politics and economy. With the opposition holding a majority in parliament against the idea, it's unclear whether the ruling bloc will be able to push through the revision to the Assembly and Demonstrations Act. Lee Shi-hoo, Arirang News.